Good morning and welcome back. My name is Elizabeth and thank you for being here. So before I dive into my work today, I wanted to show you what I did yesterday. I kind of got on like a purging, cleaning vibe in the evening after work stuff. And so I just kind of moved some things in my office space and I made some decisions. That's the most important part. So this cabinet used to be right here, and there was an ever so small walkway to go this way and over to this shelf. Now, I showed you guys this shelf before. It's mostly like paintings I need to hang, like paper I need to file. Like, this is not organized. When I unpacked the office, I just put all my office stuff there. And then I've got stuff to hang on the wall that I can't hang yet because I'm not done painting. Because you see, so I got to cut that in and decide what color to do the other wall. But I was over here cleaning, and there's like no reason to really ever be over there. And Maple would always go over there and like knock stuff over. So I just scooted that way, which gives me so much more space here, which she does come and stand beside my chair quite often. And my chair is usually right here when I work. And so she would always just try and nose between me and the cabinet. I've also decided, okay, I know I'm going to get rid of 2 of these. I have 3 of these dividers. The only reason I'm thinking of keeping one is because I do think it's beautiful. But I have not decided if there's actually going to be a way for me to use them or not. So definitely returning 2 of those. What happened is I went through and I was cleaning these things. And I was dusting my desk and my bookshelves and just doing like cleaning stuff. And as beautiful as those presents are, I can't wait to get them out of my room. I don't like seeing things just kind of piled up, and the wedding shower is in 3 days. So thankfully they'll be gone in 3 days. But anyways, so I was just cleaning and tidying and rearranging and thinking about where I wanted things to be. And I'm just continually trying to purge. Like, all this bedding right here in this chair. This is a couple of sets of bedding and a set of curtains. I got those listed for sale. And I told my husband yesterday, I said, if those things don't sell in the next day or 2, I'm just going to take them to Goodwill. I'm tired of looking at them. I've got them listed really cheaply. And I figured, honestly, as generic as they were, because they're white, that someone locally would want them. And I've just not been able to part with them yet. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to return those. But again, see how pretty that is? I don't know if I want that to like shield my office or be like a wall accent, but I love the pattern. I love the color of the wood. So I'm going to do that, but I just haven't decided. And I still, you guys, have not decided on these colors. Like, I'm so torn. The video where I show these colors to you guys and ask you to vote is actually coming out today, my time. And so I am really optimistic to see what you guys said about it, what you think. I'm just so torn because in every room they look different, and like daylight and nighttime they look different, and I just don't love any of them enough to commit to them. I'm still drawn to that lighter tone because, you know, it's going with such a dark wall. But it's just like not that different than the trim. This is the problem, is when you put this color up to this trim, it's like your trim just disappears, and I do not like the look of that. And you know, some would say, okay, do this color, and that is a nice combination, but I just feel like this is too dark for what I want. I want a really light neutral to go against this deep color, because this is an accent and I just don't want the walls to be too much. Anyway, that's where I'm at for now, just still trying to figure things out. But I'm going to dive into my work for today and see what kind of projects we can get into later today when I wrap up some work stuff. What did I want to do today? I would love to finish that little white coffee table that I plan to sell, because right now it's just out in the carport, kind of in the way. So that's at the top of my to-do list. Other than that, who knows? But I will mention we did measure for the new deck yesterday, so that's exciting. It's measured smaller than we thought it would be, which means a little less material. So we're going to be doing the math on all that, and hopefully within the next week or 2 picking up the supplies to begin the deck. That's going to be so exciting, guys. I'm so pumped. That was one of the biggest things that me and the kids were all most excited about moving back here was, okay, let's get a bigger deck. Maple got me all distracted again. Had to come outside to potty. I was trying to edit a video for you guys, which I'll get back to. But I thought I would show you these seedlings here in front of the pool again because they're so cute. Well, one, I want to note, first of all, there's a big shade right here because the sun is just getting over the trees. So you can barely see, but the cannas are doing well. And here are the little seedlings popping up. I can't wait to see this area whenever it gets bigger. You guys, I can totally envision it with tall cannas and tall sunflowers. Oh, and the elephant ears. I don't know if they're normal sized or if they're Jamungo ones like I had last year. So either way, it's just going to be very beautiful and tropical looking. I love it. And the pool is looking great. My husband took the ladder off the other day because it's supposed to have these bolts in it where you can just fold the ladder up for whatever reason, which I'm sure is for the vacuum. But it's never worked right. Like it doesn't want to do that. So he has to just completely remove it. But he's been scheming up a way to be able to take the pins out and the ladder come up and just float on top of the water. So then it would be out of the way. That way, if I want to go and just get in the pool, I could. Because like yesterday, I wanted to kind of swim and float around for a bit. But then I realized, okay, I don't know how to put the ladder back on. So I just can't. So he's going to try and do that one day soon. But without the ladder in, you guys, the vacuum does super amazing. It's keeping the pool spotless. And I freaking love it. It's awesome. So our morning routine really, really revolves around Maple. All her morning things of going out, eating, going out again, doing all that and pottying, you know, just as with any dog, when she eats within 30, 45 minutes, she's going to have to poo. So, because she is an inside dog and we don't have a doggy door, that means I'm having to do all those things, all the back and forth. So I think I'm just going to kind of reset my expectations and use my first like 2 hours in the morning to do Maple stuff, some home stuff, and then also like editing YouTube videos because I really enjoy editing YouTube videos. And currently my schedule is just do them whenever I have time, whenever I think of it. So it could be morning, midday, night, whatever. And so getting on a better schedule like that, I think would be great. Just be a part of my everyday. Having ADD and being unmedicated, which is going to change soon, but anyways, having ADD and being unmedicated, you have to find all these different coping mechanisms to help yourself focus and stay on task. And for me, that's what I do. I'm very organized with my schedule and my Google Calendar. I time block and I do all these different things, and those are all to help me make it through the day. But when I mentioned changing soon is I talked to my doctor recently because just like in the last, I don't know if it's hormonal changes, I don't know if it's having a small puppy again, whatever it is, but in the last few months, I've been so completely scatterbrained. And you could say, oh, it's because you have all these projects going on. Okay, well, I choose that. I choose to have all these projects going on because I actually really enjoy them. I do allow them to stress me out sometimes, but I just mean like my brain itself has been like 100 times like more all over the place, like just ridiculous. And me having to like work hard and strive to focus. So I talked to my doctor and I'm probably going to be going back on meds for that now. It will probably be a temporary thing. I was on meds for ADD like way back in 2014, 15, 16, I think, which would have been like the first few years of starting my real estate career. And also when I was still in college, and that's really what prompted me to talk to the doctor and actually get diagnosed. And then later get on meds because I was struggling a ton in college. Like I didn't have any of those issues in high school, but I did in college. But anyway, so I'm going to be starting that soon. And I'm actually really, really optimistic. I think that some of my mindless snacking has to do with my ADD. And so I'm hoping that'll help me kind of get a better handle on that and cut that out. because I would love to lose like 30 pounds. And, um, and after I lose this 30 pounds I've lost before, and then I gained back, after I lose this 30 pounds, I would really like to go back to the surgeon for a consultation for my tummy tuck. They would do it now because since you're just paying for it, they don't care if you've lost X amount of weight. They'll give you a tummy tuck. And so, so it's me. That's a personal goal for me, that I would like to lose, this extra weight that I've just put on like in the last 6 or 7 months. I would like to lose that, and go back and do my tummy tuck consult again to like get all that stuff rolling. It is going to be expensive. It's going to be, I think it was $13,000 or $15,000, because I want a tummy tuck and a thigh lift, because that's what my body needs after my body reacted to losing 130 pounds. And even though I've gained back 30, I've still lost 100, and my skin is just what it is. So, so I would love to do that. That's been one of my goals for many, many years now. Stressful work stuff. I'm sitting in my garden. And on that note, I'm really excited to mulch this area. I mentioned in a previous video we were going like really soon to get mulch. We didn't end up doing that. We had other things going on. We were just busy, and it's not a real big concern for me. But see, we don't go to town super often, except twice a week. I guess that's kind of often, but twice a week to go get the girls from their mom and take them home. And so we try to plan things like Home Depot runs when we're already doing that. So this last week when we were going to get them, I was working, things were crazy. When my husband went to take them home, we had spent, you know, a half a day at the lake. We had so much stuff this past weekend that was so busy. So then, you know, now here it is like midweek, and we won't be going back until, you know, this next Friday. So not super concerned about it. The clouds just went over the sun for a minute, so that's really lovely. I just came out to get some fresh air, let Maple out of her kennel from her morning routine. But anyways, what I wanted to say is I'm really pumped for when this is all covered with landscape fabric and then there's mulch everywhere. This picnic table is going to stay here in the middle. This is Hadley's, and I think it's adorable. My husband made this by hand, and it's just cute. She's almost too big for it, but that's okay. We're just going to keep it right there. There comes the sun again. And then just back behind me a bit, like right here, is going to be actually the outdoor living room area. That will be like a couch and stuff. And you can see it's in the shade right now. It's in the shade a lot because this big old humongous oak tree back there. But what's funny is, although not intentional, but such a beautiful blessing, is the front part here where the beds are and where I am gets a good amount of sun for growing food. But that back there stays in the shade, so that's going to be our lounging spot. And so that's going to be great. So I can't wait to get that set up. I'm so excited. It's going to be lovely, and I'll be able to come out here, and I think I'm going to still have a chair over here somewhere for times like this when I just want to sit in the sun and I don't want to sit at Hadley's picnic table. And but then have that lounge area back there for chilling in the shade when you want to be outside but not just getting way too super duper hot. How lovely is this moment? Maple is hanging out with me in the garden, really wanting to play with the cats. Wind is blowing. I'm tanning my legs because I love to have tan legs in the summer. And all the kitties just gathered up down here with Mama. They love this coffee table, so I don't really know where this is going to be in the layout of the new furniture, but I'm going to have to keep it near just for them. They're so cute. They all love it. Look at that guy. Look at Sterling. He is nursing, and Mr. Dude, you are like 12 weeks old. Like, leave your mom alone. I wonder if you don't wean them, how long cats nurse. I guess that's one of those things where, like, animals just do whatever naturally feels right, rather than like us humans, we're like, oh, we have to stop by a certain age, whatever. I guess they just will do it until she won't let them anymore. I don't know. But since she was just fixed a couple days ago, this is her first like full day back home being normal mom, and I was hoping the kittens wouldn't annoy her too much. Also, as a side note, I want to mention I have the paint to paint this new bed and repaint the other 3 beds so they all match. It's a different shade of blue. If you saw my video where I did the makeover on the bird bath, that was a white stand and I painted the inside of the basin blue, that's the blue shade that I'm painting all of these. It's masonry paint. I've got all my supplies. It's going to be a pain getting around some of these plants, doing this time of year. When I painted these front ones originally, I did it in the early spring. So some of these plants I'm just going to have to like tie back long enough to paint it and let it dry. Thankfully it does dry pretty quick and the masonry absorbs the paint like super quick. But anyways, that's going to make a big difference, getting this painted and getting this mulched, and I would love to be able to accomplish that this weekend. That would be so fantastic, but we'll just have to see. It's just going to make such a huge difference, and I'm so excited. Yeah, so just sharing my thoughts while I'm sitting out here enjoying this moment in the garden. I need a much more comfortable chair than this. This chair is not it, but you know, it'll do. Our comfier chairs we have up on the porch, which we've been utilizing those a lot more lately since I did the refresh on the porch, which also was in a previous video. And I'm just so in love with that porch, you guys. I posted pictures on my Facebook page just yesterday of all of the flowers blooming. Oh, Instagram as well. So follow me there if you love photos of flowers. And it was just pictures of like the front porch and all of the landscape beds around the front porch, which are now, I think, all perennials. Yep, they are, because even the little dainty little flowers I've gotten there are pansies and they're perennials here. So everything in those beds are perennials and they're full and they're so amazing and beautiful. It just makes my heart happy. And everything is thriving right now. June is the most beautiful month for our landscape beds. Because annuals are coming into their own, perennials are blooming, and everything is lovely. And usually, typically, July and August, we get really super duper hot and pretty dry. And so my hostas tend to start to like die back during that heat wave, and they make up a lot of that front bed. So they get really pitiful looking, and it's sad. But anyways, they're lovely right now. So enjoy it while they are, and I feel blessed by them and blessed by this sun. I needed a moment to just be outside. And it's like rumbling in the distance, like there's going to be a summer thunderstorm or winter shower, and it's all beautiful, and I feel happy. So I just popped into the kitchen to grab something to drink, and I decided to go ahead and open the Amazon order that came in this morning. So it's just a few things I'll show you really quickly. I got these little plate stands to put in my curio cabinet to display some of my nanny's dishes. So we'll go put that over there in just a sec because I'll be fast. I got new anti-slip rug grippers that are washable because I have rug grippers on all of our rugs in the house. They stick to the ground, except for the front door and the back door, because those often get dirty, and I didn't want something that really had it stick down like kind of semi-permanently, because I wash those rugs. So these are supposed to be washable, reusable, removable, movable, washable. So we'll see. So I'm going to get those down. I can't even tell you how annoying it is to me that every time you walk in and out the front door, like basically the mat just like slides a bit with you, and by the end of the day it's 4 inches away from the front door, and I walk up to the front door and I'm always constantly sliding it back against the door. It just gets on my nerves. Let's see, I got a new rug for the front bathroom because the other one that we had like this big stain on it. I couldn't get out, and I tried numerous different things, and then I had a backup rug that was like sage green. I might have shown that in a video. Threw it down. It has a hole in it. So I was just like, okay, I'll buy a new one. So, and I'm hoping this one is like very boho. It's roughly on the end. I might have to use the rug grippers on this because y'all, my kids are hard on everything. I'm praying it's not too wide. Y'all know that bathroom is narrow. Anyways, and then the last thing to come in were these paint pens. I'm really excited about this. This will be a project I do with Hadley. I had reshared and been tagged in this post a couple different times of where you paint rocks about fist size, paint them different colors, and then you write what your plant or vegetable is on it and put them in your garden as garden markers. Hadley loves to paint. You guys might have seen her in a past video where she was just sitting here at the island painting rocks. She just paints little rocks, or she just loves to paint. So I mentioned it to my husband, and that day he came home after work with a box of rocks. And I was so excited because they're perfect size. He knew exactly what I was looking for because I forwarded him the post. But I was just like tickled pink that like that day he just brought them home. So we've got paint for just painting them, but we didn't have anything to write the words on. So I told Hadley I would order these and then we would do that project. So hopefully we'll get to do that this weekend. I'll leave these out over here on the buffet until we do that project, because that'll be fun. So here's our rug situation now, and I'm worried this is gonna be way too long with that vent there. Let's see. If it is, I will legit just return this because that's annoying. Okay, so this is like borderline not too big. You can see there the fringe meets up with the toilet. I think I'm okay with this, but I definitely need to use the rug grippers in here because the kids will be terrible about this. This drywall that's rough like this, we finally got the material, the part we needed to do like a corner piece there, and this wall will be repainted. So this whole section here is not done yet. But anyways, I'm really liking this. It's got the kind of like the sun pattern, or like a half sun, or whatever you want to call that. I just knew that color would go well with the shower curtain. So rug grippers come in like numerous different sizes, but the ones I have on the other ones are already built in at an angle. They're like an L basically. So they would go here and here. These came in just straight pieces, and since this just has traffic like back and forth in a small space, I'm just gonna do I think basically like one on each end like this, and then I got another one to do like the kind of the corner middle pieces, and we'll see how that goes. And you can see it's got a sticky side on floor, sticky side on rug. All right, so it's installed, and I tried to bring it all the way over to the tub just for kids dripping and making messes. So I like that. It really covers everything, and this is actually right where I stand when I'm getting ready, since with the new counter. So loving that. Okay, our other problem rug, look at it. It's sitting there crooked as is. Really gets on my nerves. So I'm gonna move this and sweep around this because since it moves, they get lots of dirt right there. I know I can't be the only one who gets so distracted cleaning stuff up. Start cleaning, floor, sweeping, then gotta do baseboards, gotta move shoes back into the shoe organizer. Then I find that the air freshener that was right here was empty, so I gotta change that. And I'm like, I should just sweep the whole house while I'm at it. Like, that's how my mind works, and then off we go. On to the 100th tangent of the day. So see, here is a really good example of different rug grippers that I've tried. This one was actually still on there. Look how nasty that is. Because it was actually secured on the floor at the old house. We moved, got all this dirt and stuff on it, and I forgot that was even on there. But look what it does when you pull it off. Look how sad that is. Thankfully it doesn't ruin the other side, but anyway, so that's another type. And then the other kind is, I just had these little square things. They work okay. They're just not a long-term solution. Look at that. Slip no more. Y'all, it's really the little things in life. Okay, so I do have that one last rug to do by the door. What I like about projects like this is I can get them done in like 5 or 10 minutes and then just get back to work. And now we're over at the curio cabinet. I got to figure out which ones I want. So first of all, I got the display because the main dishes, the serving dishes, are too big for the curio cabinet because that's how narrow this thing is. Or shallow, I guess would be the word. So I wanted to kind of prop them up and just put the other ones around it. So let me show you what it looks like now. So for now, I've got these adorable, look how cute these are. That's dirty. That's nice. Someone asked me what brand this was the other day. Linux. That's exactly what she thought it was. She said she had a pink set just like it. Anyway, so These all fit, which is great. These are like your salad bowl or salad plates and different things like that. It's when you get down here, I put them in the bottom because I didn't know what to do with them. But I do have almost 2 shelves left. We've got this adorable like gravy boat. I'm kind of obsessed with gravy boats. I just think they're so freaking adorable and wish I used them more often. So see how they don't fit in the bottom? I wonder if they're gonna be too tall. Oh, fit in there, fit in there. Oh, yay! It fit. Didn't hardly show that well, but that's adorable. Could move it over to the side. Where shall I put the rest? It'd be nice if there was one up here. Maybe I'll space out these dishes, kind of move them around, because I do have 4 altogether of the little stands. Got those on Amazon, by the way, in case you're curious. Alright, so this is how I ended up doing it. I did 2 dishes there with these kind of in the center, and then you come down and I've got 1 plate here and the cups flanking it. And down here, I've got the last 3 plates on 1 stand with the gravy bowl. So that makes me happy, because then at least, see, like, they're on display. They feel proud. They're like, look at me. That's nice. That was a really cheap fix, and I love it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.